Minister Paul Scott, the truth minister, with a couple of comments about what's going on with the Don Imus situation and why are people blaming hip-hop. Now, a lot of people are saying that if you can get Don Imus fired, why don't you go after the Snoop Dogs? Why don't you go after 50 Cent and the other hip-hop artists? What people aren't mentioning, and they're skillfully not mentioning, is that many in the black community over the last decade, and some of us for the last 2 decades, have been fighting against negativity in hip-hop. If you look at my personal history, go to Google before you start running your mouth. Oh, you black people aren't talking about the rap artists. You give the rap artists a pass for disrespecting women, for saying the N-word. You all haven't even Googled your information before you started running your mouths. Go to Google, put in Messianic African Nation into Google, and put in pimp juice. I was one of the first people that spoke out on pimp juice, which was the energy drink because of the term pimp. I spoke out on Little Pimp, the movie. I spoke out on using negative language in hip-hop. I spoke out on disrespecting women in hip-hop. So you really can't use that type of excuse with me. Well, Don Imus should be forgiven because he should be forgiven because the rappers do it all the time. We have spoken out on that. I've spoken out on the term hoe. And if you just go to Google and look it up, you will see evidence. Don't take my word for it. Put in Messianic African Nation or Minister Paul Scott in Google, and you will see where I have personally spoken out against negativity in hip-hop. Now, I'm not the only one. There have been a lot of brothers and sisters in the black community who have done this. You're talking about Najee Ali. You're talking about Davey D, Paul Porter, Opio from Turn Off Channel Zero. So if you just take a little time to do your homework, you will find out that we have been consistently speaking out against the negativity in hip-hop. But what we do, and what you all don't want to talk about, is we don't blame the rappers. We blame the record owners. Because if they got rid of 50 Cent today, if they got rid of Snoop Dogg today, all they would do is go pay somebody else to take their place. So you have to get rid of the record owners, the record label owners, the owners of BT, Viacom, and guess what? These are white men, but you don't want to talk about that. You rather blame us and blame the rappers. So let's have some clarity with that. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, you can email me at minpaulscott@yahoo.com. minpaulscott@yahoo.com.